Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video, and I've got some Neovision news for all of you. Not the full amount, but the majority of what we have here. Preface, if you get mad at this before knowing all the information, then that's up to you. I would highly recommend not being so mad about this game until we know more information about it. There will be more information on the 29th. So, with that preface being done, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So this is Neovision, something completely different. It is not 8 stars, but it is certain things that you can do with 7 stars now. So, Factor 1, I'm sorry that I'm being cut out of the words there, it just says Factor 1, new crystal with 7-star base rarity. So, Neovision units can be acquired from the new crystals that appear in a summon. They will produce 7-star rarity based units, which is pretty nice. Get 7 stars right away. You can Neovision 7-star units that you have obtained the STMR of. So in case you may have gotten some 5-star EX tickets and you've gotten some STMRs from those, you're on your way. They're gonna add more, of course, like at the 7 stars they added Eldim or eventually. And then Tifa and Red 13 will be the first pair of Neovision units available that you could get from that you already have. And on to Factor 2, EX Awakening. So EX Awakening means that they can be obtained by using 2 kinds of materials, which we don't know anything about yet. But by performing this EX Awakening, various elements of that unit will be awakened. So I assume that will be something similar to latent abilities, FFBE, boss defeats, stuff like that. Forgive me, I just had an over 5-hour stream waiting for this news, so apologies, my voice might be not so great. But this just seems like a boost to a 7 stars, so like I was saying, this is not 8 stars. This is not anywhere close to being 8 stars. This is more like 7.5. So people have said that people are already getting mad about this. Like, relax before we know all the information yet. We know most of it. We know about 70%, but we don't know the rest. We don't know how this is actually going to be played out. Knowing about the information and actually knowing how it's going to be played out in the game itself is a completely different territory. So, anyways, moving on to Factor 3. Brave Shift. So this is basically what's going to happen when you have EX Awakenings. So this is the one thing that we're going to have to worry about. Not worry about, but wonder and wait about. Units can change their form during battle when using Brave Shift. Stats and abilities will change. And also equipment that automatically lets you change form will be available. So I don't know when that's gonna. I don't know what that means. Like a new event. King Mug that lets you buy these things that you can use. Like from Factor 2 you can use you can get some materials from King Mug, or maybe another event, or maybe a trial or something. And equipment, maybe something that you can craft from Dark Visions or something like that. Remember, all I'm saying right now is just speculation, but I'm just guessing based off of what we've already known and what events are currently in the game. So there's that. Factor 4, Brave Ability. Powerful abilities that only Neovision units can learn. So remember guys, certain units that will become Neovision rarity is if you have their STMR. So if you have their STMR, they will become Neovision units. At least that's my understanding anyways. And they can be strengthened up to level 5, whatever that means, 5 levels, using special materials, which again, we don't know anything about. Could be a quest in the world map, could be an event, could be a trial. We never know. So basically this seems like just giving them more abilities on top of the things that they already know. Or maybe even making those units even stronger with the abilities they already know, kind of like an enhancement. Except it's not really an enhancement. So maybe a little bit. This sounds pretty interesting though, so far. Factor 5, Vision Card, which apparently is something from War of the Visions. I don't know anything about it, but apparently it is something from that game that's put in this game now. So, Neovision's units exclusive gear. Hopefully it has to be pretty good for it to be exclusive gear, because we already have some pretty good gear in the game, and if this gear is not as good as, you know, other stuff that you might have, it might not even be worth equipping unless it's like insanely strong. We don't know anything about how strong it might be. And by equipping this gear that is exclusive to Neovision units, you can obtain various effects, such as stat increases, which we all know stat increases are very good. I expect 4K attack to become a thing in the near future, or at least 3.8K attack, because the highest you can normally really get on JP, which I've only seen once or twice, 3.5K attack. I've seen it on one of my friends on CGN nights back in the day. He had 3.5K attack. I have not been able to replicate that, but I saw it for myself. Haven't seen anyone reach that high of attack ever after that. I don't know why you can't, but yeah. So I suspect that we'll be getting past that 3.5K attack range, and I suspect that we'll be going 4K magic soon, with better stats. You can strengthen them and increase their level by combining them with each other. So this just means you're probably just going to give them more stats than on top of stats. On top of the door pots, and top of regular pots. Now you're going to get even more stats, which I like. I like stats. But yeah. There's even more stats in here, so that's pretty nice. And finally, yeah, I don't know why it's like this. It's weird. So yeah, that grid down there in total is what it's gonna look like, at least from their image, their artwork. And yes, the next information is at 429 in a few days from now. I don't know why they're doing all this stuff right now, because it's not even anniversary time yet. It's not even close to anniversary time yet. So let's review over everything we know now. So basically, for Hector 5, stuff that you might have to, you know, pull for, stuff that you might have to buy, but you get, you know, equipping things and you get boosts. Brave abilities are tied to a bunch of other things. These could be tied to events. You could get stuff from events from these, so you can get some boosts from those. Brave Shift is some weird thing where it's not even going to be the same as Cecil's dark and light changing. This seems like something completely different. That they're able to change their form, whatever that's supposed to mean. We don't really know much about that, so there's no point getting mad really yet until we know more what's going on. Once we know everything that's going on and then it's not good, then you can get mad, that's fine. But let's try to, like, you know, wait it out a little bit. And this seems like something you could get from like a quest, or, you know, from King Mog or something. Like a new event maybe, boss rush, you never know. Story event, you never know. Could be anything really. So could mean a lot of things. And then this is probably the biggest thing. I think this is the most information that you need to know. The biggest thing, of course, obviously, is getting 7 stars right off the bat. 7-star rarities, so now you don't have to worry about 5 and 6-star filler abilities and passives when they can just go right ahead and get into 7-star rarity units, where they'll have lots of strong moves, supposedly anyway, so they won't have to have as much filler. I suspect that there'll still probably be unit filler, but it would be nice if there wasn't as much unit filler, to be honest. So all in all, we just have to know more. We just have to wait until there's more information on the 29th, which of course I'll be right on top of that. I'll be getting that news out to you when it's available. For those of you who have Tifa and Red 13 and you already have maybe bunches of them, now you're able to get into this this Neovision content. We don't know what they'll look like, but they already have their latent abilities and enhancements on the JP side. So on top of all that, they might become even stronger, because Red 13 at one point actually was not too bad of a unit. He was not too bad when he was enhanced. He was pretty strong. So let me know what you guys think about all this information. I'm sure some of you still might be mad. Let's just try to know more about this stuff first. Let's see how it's implemented first. Let's wait for the next part of news on the 29th, and then let's wait to see what's going to happen in the actual game before we start, you know, It's not 8 stars. It doesn't sound like 8 stars now, does it, after we got all that information? It doesn't sound like 8 stars anymore now, does it? It sounds more like 7.5. Something like in Brave Frontier, where there was Omni units. It was not really 7. It was not really an 8-star thing. So, if you watched it all the way through, type in #Neo. #Neo will be the keyword for the ending of this video. Hopefully this information helped you guys out. Know what's going on in ahead of time with the game. And I'll see you guys when I see you next. Peace.